So we'll compare today server versus client versus remote event, what they are actually used for. So what good developers use remote events and local scripts for, and why is it a bad idea to try to command or control physical objects through local scripts. So we'll see this. Suppose we have a coin object in our game, right? So when a player touches it, I want to give that player one coin in leader stats. So means if a player touches it, the value will increase by 1. So what should I do? Should the coin be in workspace so that it appears in the physical world, or should it be in the server scripts, or should the code of the coin be in server scripts service, or should I use remote events, or the code should be in local script to use the remote events. So if a coin is physically present in the map, players need to see it, touch it, and collide with it. That means active coins should be inside workspace. Workspace is where 3D objects live during the game. If something exists physically in the game world, like coins, door, kill bricks, NPCs, checkpoints, trees, or platforms, it usually needs to be in workspace. But in my setup, I don't put the original coin directly in workspace. Instead, I keep the original coin inside server storage. So why I do that, I will tell you now. Because server storage is like a safe storage room for the server. Objects inside server are not visible to the player. So in workspace, players can in server storage it is not visible to a player or not accessible by the client. So in workspace is accessible by client, but this server storage is not accessible by client. So it gives an extra bit of security to the developers, so that the client cannot use it. So I can keep my original coin template safely there, clone it from the server, and then put the clone into workspace. So the idea is original coin, the physical coin will be in server storage, but what we'll do is we'll clone that and put that in workspace. We'll show the code above. So the server takes the coin template from server storage, clones it, and places the clone inside the workspace. Now the clone becomes the real physical coin in the game world. The clone can now touched by the player as it is in the workspace now. So coin touch code go. The best place is ServerScriptService. Why? Because coin collection affects real game data. It changes leader stats, it gives money, it affects progression. Anything important like money, damage, inventory, rewards, and saving data should be handled by the server. And ServerScriptService is where server-side game logic usually belongs. This is the best option because the server is the authority. The server checks the touch, the server confirms the player, and the server updates leader stats. So the player cannot just fake money from their own computer. Money should always come from the server because server gives us security. If we put it anywhere else, it can be accessed by the client, and the client can abuse it. You can see this is our code. So identify replicated storage, then server storage, game get service, server local workspace, and local players. We get the service of all these four things. Then we add the coin so that in leader stats the coins show. So you can see local leader stats. This is our coin code. We initially put the coins value to 0. Then look at this. Then we get the coin from server storage, local original coin, server, so wait for child coin. Then we are getting it from server storage. Then we are, look at this, we are cloning it and putting it in the inside the, as you can see here, clone coin dot parent equals to us. So we are cloning it and putting it in the workspace. So this is our touch connect function. If it is touched, then this is just trying to get it. And local leaders value is cooldown false, right? We are using 10 here because I wanted to try. We can use, of course we can use 0.1, but we are using 10 here because I wanted to try something. And you can see this cooldown equals to false. And as you can see, player dot leader store dot coin dot value plus equals to 1 means every time player touches the coin, his value will be, the value inside the leader stats will increase by 1. And what is this clone.coin? It means whenever a player touches the coin, its position will be changed. You can see we set here x value to mat.random. You can see clone.vector 3. We use vector 3 here, and x is mat.random 1 to 50. So x can be anything between 1 to 50. We are using mat.random here. And y can be anything from 1 to 10. We are setting the maximum value to 10 because we don't want it to be more than 10, so at least we can jump and get it. And we set the z to 1, as you can see here. So this is our code. Stop. Why not remote events? For example, when the player touches the coin, the local script fires a remote event and tells the server, hey, give me one coin. This is a bad idea for coin collection. Why? Because the client can be exploited. A hacker can spam that remote event without touching the coin. They can say, give me coin, give me coin, give me coin, again and again. The server blindly trusts so your economy is broken. So just it will keep on giving coins to the player. And why not remote function? Because remote function is not the right tool for collecting coins. Remote function is used when one side asks a question and waits for an answer. For example, the client asks, how many coins do I have, what items do I own, can I buy this sword? The server checks and responds. So it's a two-way communication. Remote functions are used for two-way communication. So yeah, the server-side event that should be detected and processed by it is a server-side event that should be detected and processed by the server. So if not using it for the user, what is the use of remote events and remote function? So when the player clicks a swap buy button, the player presses E to use ability. The player equips a weapon from UI. The player sends input that the server must validate. But remember, the client can request, the server must verify. So remote events are for communication, not blind trust, right? And remote function, opening a shop UI and asking what item do I, checking can I afford this item, loading data, what should I show in this menu. Remote functions is a request and response. Remote event, whereas remote event is used to send a signal. So yeah, remote function is two-way communication, and remote event is for sending a signal. So there was a question, why not to control physical objects via local scripts? So because local scripts live on the user's device, an exploiter can pause them, rewrite them, or force them to fire whenever they want. If a local script decides when a door opens, a hacker can simply delete the door from the screen and walk right through your level, right? So furthermore, the client is a mirror, not the world. Changes made locally only happen for that one player. The server doesn't. So if a local script deletes a collected coin, it only disappears for the player while the server sees it sitting there untouched. So local script is great for visuals but dangerous for truth. The server dictates the rules of the universe. The client must enjoy the view. So yeah, this is a bit of kind of poetry, but yeah, this is what it is. So, local scripts. Local scripts should be used for UI. As you can see here, UI, animations, camera effects, sound effects, particle, coin spinning, hover effects, local lighting, smooth visual feedback. Because basically the client should make the game feel good, the server should make the game correct. So yeah, that's the difference between local scripts, the client and the server. So yeah, thank you.